This is American Legion Baseball on 541radio.com. Get ready as the best from around Oregon step between the lines at Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg to play for a state title. Live video coverage of the state tournament on 541radio.com is presented by the Cow Creek Tribe, with additional sponsorship provided by DC Farmers Co-op and Champion Car Wash. Now, let's head to the game.
Hello and good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field, where today your Roseburg Dr. Stewarts will once again look to stave off elimination. It's day 4 of the AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament, and the Doc Stewarts today take on the Post 6 Barbers in another elimination game. Welcome in, everybody. Joey Kieran here with you. It's great to have you with us as we get ready for the final 2 days of the tournament. After today, we'll be down to either the final 3 or the final 2. It kind of all depends on how Sherwood does tonight. But one thing we do know for sure out of this matchup between the Doc Stewarts and the Post 6 Barbers, one team is moving forward to play tomorrow for a state championship. It's another hot one here in the Umpqua Basin today, but we are looking forward to seeing if the Docs can stay hot and on a roll after winning yesterday against the Emerald Challengers out of the Eugene-Springfield area, getting their first win of the season against an Area 4 opponent. A big 5-4 victory for the Docs yesterday to improve to 22-18 on the season. Meanwhile, the Post 6 Barbers last night had a wild marathon against the Medford Mustangs. That one, Medford jumped out, looked real good early on in the matchup, and then the Barbers found their way back into that game, but ultimately it was Medford that would have the last laugh. We went to 11 innings before a winner was able to be crowned in that matchup, and Medford winning it with a walk-off in the bottom of the 11th. We saw a game-tying home run. We saw plays made in parts of the park that we've never seen before. I saw a ground rule double over the probably 30-foot-tall fence out in dead center field here at Champion Car Wash Field. We even had a foul ball hit into one of the lights and shattering a light bulb here last night. It was a game that had a little bit of everything you've never seen at the ballpark before. Now we get ready for day 4 and wonder what's in store for us here this afternoon. First of 2 games coming up, and they'll both be streaming live online at 541radio.com. So we encourage you to join us for the broadcast there and look forward to having you with us throughout today's action. I'm Joey Kieran. This is your Roseburg Disposal pregame show. You can let them make the run of the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal. Give them a call at 673-7122. We'll go ahead and take a break. When we come back, we will go ahead and take a look at how the bracket has played out and what is in store to come, as tomorrow we'll name a champion in the state of Oregon. This is American Legion Baseball State Championship Tournament happening here on 541radio.com. Our video coverage is presented by the Cow Creek Tribe, and this is Docs Baseball on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Back here at Champion Car Wash Field, where today we get ready for Day 4 of the state tournament as we bring you Roseburg Dr. Stewart's baseball against the Post 6 Barbers out of the Portland metropolitan area. We get ready for this matchup. Taking a look at how these two teams got here. Again, mentioned last night the Medford Mustangs defeating the Post 6 Barbers 7-6 in an 11-inning contest. Meanwhile, the Doc Stewarts outlasted the Emerald Challengers 5-4 yesterday. The Docs took a 5-3 lead, but gave up one run in the bottom of the, actually it would have been the top of the 7th inning. The Challengers got back within one run, got the game-tying run to second base with 2 outs, but the Docs were able to close the door for the victory. That eliminated the defending state champion Challengers, who will not repeat this year, and we will have a new champion here in 2022, although the Medford Mustangs, who are the kind of dominant team of the last decade, winning 7 consecutive state championships before getting that streak ended last year by the Challengers. The Medford Mustangs are in the running to get back on top here this year. They'll have to lose twice in order to not see that happen. Also yesterday, the Sherwood Lobos getting an 8-6 win over the Salem Whitnell Dodgers with a couple of late runs in that matchup. The Lobos finished on top. So the Lobos move on to today's matchup. They'll take on Medford tonight at 6 o'clock. They flipped around the bracket a little bit in order to avoid rematches from games previously in the tournament. So Medford, the undefeated team, gets the late game. They'll take on the Lobos. If the Lobos win, then we would have 3 one-loss teams playing on Wednesday. The Medford Mustangs get the bye in that 3-game scenario tomorrow, or 3-team scenario tomorrow. There would be 3 one-loss teams, but since Medford was the last undefeated team, they automatically would get a bye into the championship game, so they'll be playing for a state title. If the Lobos win, then they would play the winner of this game going on between the Docs and the Barbers tomorrow at 2 o'clock to see who plays then Medford in the championship game. So that is kind of what's on the line. The Barbers trying to reach the final day of the state tournament for a second consecutive season. They played against Medford last year for the right to then move on to play against the Challengers in the title game last year. Medford won that game but then lost to Eugene. And it was the Challengers that went on to Gillette, Wyoming to represent Oregon in the Northwest Regional last season. So that is a look at the bracket. Again, you can take a look at 541radio.com for details on the postseason, get score updates and updates on the future games coming up as things wrap up tomorrow. All right, that's going to do it for our Roseburg Disposal pregame show. Let them make the run of the dump for you. That's Roseburg Disposal, 673-7122. Stick around. We'll have your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineups coming up after the anthem, and then it's first pitch to an elimination game between the Docs and the Barbers here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time, and that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Well, we get ready for the top of the first inning as the Post 6 Barbers, the designated home team in the matchup, will take the field. Let's take a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for head coach Jeremiah Robbins and the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. 22-18 on the season. Leading things off will be Austin Takahashi. He's playing at shortstop today. Carson Dunn in center field will bat second. Cade Johnson, the second baseman today, will bat third. Dominic Tatone DHing. He bats in the cleanup position. Daniel Withers, the first baseman, will bat fifth, followed by Braxton Dill, the right fielder, batting sixth. Playing at third base, batting seventh, Jace Johnson. Catching today for the Docs will be Parker Burke, batting in the eighth spot. And rounding out the starting nine will be Eli Jacobs, playing in left field. A little bit of some changes in the lineup there for Coach Jeremiah Robbins and the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. The DH being utilized for starting pitcher Evan Corbin. Meanwhile, on the other side of the diamond, taking the field, the Post 6 Barbers, 32-9-1 on the year, led by head coach Joe Duran. On the mound, it is a lefty. Austin Wolf will toe the rubber for the Barbers. Wolf from Mountainside High School. He was a junior this last spring, will be a senior coming up this year, class of 2023. Wolf will be on the mound throwing to Dakota Chun back behind the plate. Out at first base, Sean Murphy. Stanley Shoppy at second. Jonah Hergert at third. And Andy Miller at shortstop. In the outfield from left to right, you're looking at Joe Brockmiller, Jackson Bowie, and Tyler Christensen. That'll be a look at today's starting lineups and defenses. If you're looking to build the best defense for your home to protect from those summer bugs, contact Cooper's Pest Control, your locally owned bug assassins. Call them at 673-0363. We're underway. First pitch swinging for Austin Takahashi. He's going to flare one to center field, and trotting underneath it is Jackson Bowie. And we are underway in the ball game. Takahashi will fly out to center field, one away in the top of the first inning. So Carson Dunn moving from the 9th spot in the lineup up to number 2 in the lineup card. Will bat second here, takes high for ball one. Sebastian Watson, who's been a regular starter at second base, not in the lineup today. The 1-0 pitch hits the outside corner for a strike. A warm one again. We have almost hit our high for the day here in Roseburg at 98 degrees right now as a pitch high, a 2-1 count. My phone says we are expecting to reach 99 today, so we stay out of triple digits. Swing and a miss for strike two. Sun, a little bit of a haze out there today. I did see something the other day that wildfire smoke from California might be drifting north. Ball fouled back. 2-2 count for Carson Dunn. I think it's the wildfire down near Yosemite that is producing a lot of smoke, and wind was going to carry it as high as almost all the way up to Portland. 2-2 pitch. Dunn, line drive, center field, base hit. And there's a man on with one out for the Docs on the first hit of the game. Carson Dunn drives that one right back up the middle. First hit of the game always brought to you by MSK True Value. Make sure you don't swing and miss with your next home project. Make it a hit. That's MSK True Value and Building Supply. Find them in Myrtle Creek and Tri-City. Cade Johnson will bat. He swings at the first pitch, fouls it away for strike one. The Docs have been the home team in every matchup so far here in the postseason. They are the host team, got the automatic qualifying bid to get into the state tournament. The 0-1 pitch, low for a 1-1 count. One delivery for Austin Wolf. That goes behind the hitter. Up to second base goes Dunn. First thought maybe it had glanced off of Cade Johnson, but he just stood there and watched it go by, and no time called. Up to second base will go Carson Dunn on the wild pitch. Elimination game. Both teams trying to advance to tomorrow. Base hit over the top of the shortstop, Andy Miller. Carson Dunn will head to third. He'll stay there. Back-to-back singles for the Docs. Runners on the corners with one away. And the cleanup man, Dominic Tourn, will step in. Left-handed batter versus the left-handed pitcher.
Batter number 3, Dominic Tourn.
On the mound, Austin Wolf delivers the first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Dahm, the winning pitcher yesterday for the Doc Stewarts in the win over Eugene. Takes outside, a 1-1 count. I was going to say, as the host team, the Docs got in automatically, and they knew that from the start of the summer. It's a 1-1 pitch. Strike two on the outside corner to Dahm. They knew they'd be in here automatically. And sometimes you think, oh, the host team, they just got the free pass. They didn't necessarily deserve to be there, but the Docs have proven that theory wrong. Low and outside, 2-2 count for Tourn. Docs went winless in Area 4 play, losing 4 against Medford and 4 against the Challengers. But they knocked the Challengers out of the tournament. Here is a base hit to left field. Docs will take a 1-0 lead. Dominic Tourn knew that the lefty, Austin Wolf, was trying to hit that outside corner with every single pitch. So what's he do? He just sticks the barrel out there and rolls one left side, goes opposite field for the RBI single, and the Docs take a 1-0 lead. Didn't have to do anything more than just poke it that direction. It got by the third baseman, Jonah Hergert. And the Docs get Carson Dunn across for a 1-0 lead. Cade Johnson at second. Dominic Tourn at first. First pitch, ball one to the 5-hitter Daniel Withers. Withers had a big single yesterday. Fouls off the 1-0 pitch for a strike. Withers had a double to left field that then an error on the left fielder allowed a run to come across, and that gave the Docs a 1-run lead yesterday against the Challengers. He belts one out to the same spot. That ball down the line. If it stays fair, it's going to be extra bases and runs, but it just goes foul by a foot. Daniel Withers just a bit too quick on that one. And that ball just into foul territory. That one, honestly, no more than 3 feet foul. It would have driven in at least one, probably two. 1-2 pitch to Withers. Swing and a miss. A big battle back there for Wolf to get the second out. First strikeout of the game for Austin Wolf. 2 down, and Braxton Dill will bat. Yesterday it was Withers that had the big hit, and then followed by Braxton Dill, who had an RBI single that drove in Withers. First pitch, strike one to Dill, who starts in right field tonight. The 0-1 pitch swung on and missed, and Braxton down 0-2. Docs with runners at first and second. 2 away, already 1 run in. And they are trying to add some more if they can, put a crooked number up in the first. Runners going, Dill swings and misses for strike 3. So the Docs unable to add more than just the 1 run, but they do take the lead and will head to the bottom of the first inning on top of the Post 6 Barbers. Here in the first inning, 1 run on 2 hits. Sorry, make that 3 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the first inning. We'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Barbers when we return on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
First batter for the Barbers to lead off the bottom of the first inning, number 4, Andy Miller.
Taking a look at your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Post 6 Barbers. It'll be Andy Miller leading things off, the shortstop, followed by first baseman Sean Murphy, and then second baseman Stanley Shoppy. We'll get you the rest here in a moment as the first pitch in for strike 1 by Evan Corbin. Today's starting pitcher for the Docs. Fires a breaking ball for strike 2 as Andy Miller, the right-handed hitting shortstop, falls behind 0-2, heading to Seattle University coming up next year. Miller's 0-2 pitch just outside, a 1-2 count. So Miller, Murphy, Shoppy at the top 3. Then Dakota Chun, your cleanup hitter, batting in that 4 spot, playing catcher. Is a swing and a miss for strike 3. Evan Corbin with a punch out to start off things here in the bottom of the first. Docs leading 1-0. The Barbers with their first out. Sean Murphy will bat. He hits from the left side of the plate, playing at first base today. Caught yesterday. First pitch, he'll take high and away. Ball 1. So Chun in the cleanup position. Tyler Christensen, the right fielder, bats 5th, followed by Nelson Keljo, the DH, batting 6th. The 1-0 pitch outside by Corbin, a 2-0 count. Joe Brockmiller in left field will bat 7th, followed by Jonah Hergert, the third baseman, batting 8th. And the center fielder, Jackson Bowie, will hit 9th. As the ball fouled away. Strike 1 to Murphy. That's your Cooper's Pest Control starting lineup for the Barbers. They're your locally owned bug assassin, so give them a call at 673-0363. 2-1 pitch hits the outside corner by Corbin to the lefty, and Murphy has a 2-2 count. The 2-2 delivery for Corbin. Just high and away. Full count. 1 out, nobody on. Docs take a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning, trying to keep it that way here in the bottom of the first. 3-2 pitch by Corbin. That ball well hit out towards left field. Got a lot behind it. And it just goes foul. Hit off the base of the wall in right field for Murphy. There's a sign from Champion Car Wash out there. It says, "Let's play ball." That one hitting right off the L in Let's, which is all of 3 feet in foul territory. So Daniel Withers had one where he hit one just barely foul, and now it was Sean Murphy that does the same here in the bottom of the first. Withers ended up striking out in that at bat. What does Murphy do here? The 3-2 pitch swings and misses, and the trend continues. 2 down on the strikeout by Evan Corbin. He's got 2 of them here in the first inning. Strikeouts by Docs pitchers are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Visit onepeakmedical.com to book an appointment today. They are accepting new patients and covered by most insurances. Stanley Shoppy will belt one right field side, but that one is definitely foul from the get-go for strike 1. Here in the bottom of the first, 2 away, nobody on base for the Barbers. The 0-1, Corbin. Ooh, breaking ball just missing high. Evan Corbin comes into today's ball game. He's pitched 39 innings, making his 8th start. He's got a 3-2 record, 2.69 ERA, 20 walks, 36 strikeouts. There's a ball out towards center field. Carson Dunn calling for it. He was battling the sun for a moment, but he's got an easy play on that fly ball to center. The routine play made, and the Doc Stewarts get a 1-2-3 frame out of Evan Corbin against the Post 6 Barbers. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We go to the top of the second. Docs lead 1-0 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Thank you. Top of the second inning. Docs baseball here on the score, brought to you by Good Vibrations Solutions for home theater and automotive audio. You can feel it at Good Vibes. Jace Johnson, Parker Burke, Eli Jacobs due up here in the second for the Docs against Austin Wolf, who misses high for ball one. Docs have seen the Barbers a couple of times previously this season, as it's a 2-0 count to Jace Johnson. The 2-0 pitch in for a strike. Jace Johnson. 2 balls and 1 strike. High, 3 balls and 1 strike. Last time the Docs faced off against the Barbers was back on July 10th. The Barbers won that one with 2 runs in the top of the 9th, 6-4. 3-1 pitch swung on and missed by Jace. Had the hitters count, tried to see if he could smack one somewhere and could not connect. Full count pitch now for Wolf. High and away, ball 4. Leadoff walk issued. That is the first free pass of the ballgame for Wolf. Runner on for the Docs. Parker Burke will bat. Burke has not played in the tournament so far. He squares to bunt, puts it back towards the mound, picked up by the pitcher. Throw to first for 1, throw to second for 1, throw back to first. Might have had a chance to get it there in time, but the ball trickles out of Murphy's glove as he was making his stretch. So a sac bunt attempt by Parker Burke will not move a runner up. He'll get on with a fielder's choice, put that one just a bit too hard back to the mound, and Austin Wolf made an absolute perfect throw to second base to start a possible 1-6-3 double play. Didn't quite get it. And so there's 1 out with a man on at first. Eli Jacobs, the 9-hitter, bats, takes high on the first pitch. Swings and misses. 1-1. So the Docs, they lost in their last game against the Barbers. They also had a loss in the championship game of the Papa's Pizza Invitational in Eugene. Docs also beat the Barbers in that tournament as well. As a pitch high, 2 balls and 1 strike to Jacobs. Jacobs batting in the 9 spot for the first time in a while at least. Takes high and away, 2 balls and a strike. Does not feel like he hasn't hit there. It just feels like it's been a while since he has, if he did. But I don't remember for sure. Jacobs did have a single last night in the win over the Challengers, a bloop single to right field. The 3-1 pitch to him takes for strike 2. Slight breeze kicking around, although I've got all sorts of fans on me, so kind of hard to tell what's a breeze and what's the fans. This is a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Jacobs. Third strikeout in the game for Wolf. 2 down. Man on first. Top of the order coming up. Austin Takahashi will bat with Burke out there at first base. He goes opposite field in the hole. Andy Miller throw to second. Bobbled, and they don't hang on to it. Andy Miller sliding to get to that ball in the hole at short. He threw it to second baseman Stanley Shoppy, who was trying to beat Parker Burke to the bag and trying to play first base while running there. That is a tough place to be for a second baseman, but that ball totally catchable, and so that will keep the inning going with an error. Swing and a foul tip into the glove for strike 1. What do you think, Dan? Is that error at second base on E4? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. So E4 gets Burke on at second as the ball fouled back by Carson Dunn, and then a fielder's choice for Austin Takahashi. Oh-2 count, runners at first and second with 2 away. The 0-2 pitch, Dunn sends it high in the air out to center field. That can be an adventure in this afternoon sun, but Jackson Bowie with the sunglasses on was able to secure the baseball for the final out. So here in the second inning, no runs on no hits. There was 1 error and 2 runners left on base. Still 1-0. Doc's in front going to the bottom of the second inning against the Post 6 Barbers here on 541radio.com. Man on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
The bottom of the second inning, number 19, Dakota Chun.
Three, 4, 5 hitters due up here in the bottom of the second inning. That leads off with Dakota Chun, who takes a strike from Evan Corbin on the mound. Righty versus lefty matchup. Line drive shot goes to third baseman Jace Johnson, who's able to make the catch as he falls forward to his knees. Dakota Chun with a soft liner for the first out here in the second inning for the Barbers. Tyler Christensen, the right fielder, will hit. Takes the first pitch, a breaking ball at the bottom of the zone for strike 1, an 0-1 count. Docs Baseball today brought to you by DC Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop. That ball is towards right field. In foul territory, long run. Daniel Withers will not get there in time. That'll be strike 2 for Christensen. Well, this will be the 4th time these two teams have met, but this is the first time that either of these two teams have seen these pitchers. As I look back in my scorebook, pitch outside, a 1-2 count. At least this season. That does not include any games played last year. A 1-2 count here from Corbin. Line drive, base hit. Tyler Christensen will have the first hit of the game for the Barbers. Picked up by Carson Dunn in center field. 1 on, 1 away. Nelson Keljo, he was the starting pitcher last night against the Mustangs. He'll dig in for his first at-bat here today. I believe he ended up being the losing pitcher in that matchup. No, that wouldn't have been the case because that game got tied later on after he gave up the lead early. Swinging a foul ball for strike 1. Keljo heading to Oregon State University next year. Played with the Corvallis Knights some this summer. The left-handed Keljo takes outside, a 1-1 count. Keljo also a left-handed thrower, but he's DHing today, so just batting at the moment. The 1-1 pitch takes for a strike on the outside corner. At first base, Tyler Christensen after his one-out single for the first hit of the game for the Barbers. Docs look for a ground ball here. The 1-2 pitch bounced in. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the second, 1-0 lead for your Doc Stewarts. An elimination game here on day 4 of the state tournament. 2-2 pitch by Corbin. That ball popped out to left field on the run. Eli Jacobs, he'll have time to get underneath it. Makes the catch. Back to first goes Christensen. 2 down. Brings up Joe Brockmiller. Brockmiller in left field today. He had a heck of a throw in last night's game against Medford from left field, a sac fly attempt, and he gunned the runner out at home. First pitch to him is high near the hands for ball 1. He was out in left field, made the catch. At third base was the do-everything player for Medford, Cody Boragine. He broke for home and got tagged out by a mile. The 1-0 pitch, high and inside for Corbin, 2-0. Now it's the second consecutive day of playing in this heat, so you wonder how players will hold up through an entire 7-inning game, and especially for this Barbers team that played 11 innings last night. 2-0 pitch just missing for ball 3. Docs had to play through the hottest part of the day yesterday, so there's that. And then the Barbers had to play an 11-inning game last night in still very hot conditions. 3-0 pitch. Ooh, the zone tight for Brockmiller, and he draws a walk. So Corbin, first walk issued today. Now runners at first and second with 2 away. Jonah Hergert, the third baseman, will bat. Hergert did not play baseball in the state of Oregon during the spring this year, but he's back in his hometown up there in the Portland metropolitan area. Takes the first pitch inside for ball 1. He was a Mountainside high schooler. But last year at the end of the summer season with the Barbers, his family moved to Arizona, and he played at Shadow Ridge High School in Arizona this last year as a senior. So he was in Oregon, played for the Barbers, then went down to Arizona, and now will and moved back here to Portland to play with the Barbers for his senior summer. 1-0 count. A visit out to the mound for Coach Jeremiah Robbins to talk strategy with Parker Burke and Evan Corbin. Hubbard getting the day off. He caught the 3 previous games here at Champion Car Wash Field for the Doc Stewarts. While we got a break in the action, let you know today's game brought to you by Chuck Swarm and Family Auto Repair. Are you ready to go where life takes you? 1-0 count to Hergert. 2 runners on, 2 away. Docs lead 1-0. Bottom of the second. There's a strike. Kept joking last night up here in the booth. Joe Duran, the head coach for the Post 6 Barbers, he would make a pitching change, and the pitcher would come in and struggle to find the strike zone. There's a 1-1 pitch here for Corbin. Is fouled away. Strike 2 now for Hergert. The new pitcher would come in, and he would throw like 1 or 2 balls, and then sprinting out of the dugout would come Joe Duran to the mound. And we kept joking, he forgot to tell him when they made the pitching change, oh, yeah, you got to throw strikes. He would go out there, have the conference, and the first pitch, always a strike. The 1-2 pitch, liner to right field. This has got a chance to tie this one up. Heading for the plate, a run will score, and it's a 2-out single for Jonah Hergert to right field, and we've got a tie ball game 1-1. Brockmiller goes first to third on the play. Scoring was Christensen. And it's a 1-1 contest here. The Barbers tied up in the second. Still, they've got a chance to do some damage with their 9-hitter Jackson Bowie at the plate. Another lefty. And by my tally, that'll be 4 lefties in the lineup for the Barbers. First pitch fouled away, strike 1. Top of the order, waits on deck for the Barbers. That is Andy Miller. The on-deck hitter is always brought to you by Budget Lumber. Everything you need for building a house, a garden, or even a deck. Budget Lumber, always striving to be number one. Throw to second base. Got him. No run will score. Tag out at second base. Hergert goes down. Nice throw by Parker Burke to finish off the inning. Asa Takahashi with the tag. So Bowie left at the plate. He'll get to start off the third inning. 1 run in on 2 hits for the Barbers. No errors for the Docs, and 1 runner left on base. We're tied 1-1 going to the top of the third inning on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Barbers in the second inning.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
First batter for the Docs to lead off the top of the third inning. Number 1, Kate Johnson.
Cade Johnson will lead things off for the Doc Stewarts here in the third inning. First pitch to him from Austin Wolf is in for strike 1. Wolf with new life on the mound as the team ties it up for him. A 1-1 ball game. High, 1-1 count for Cade Johnson. And welcome you back here to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field. 1-1, Cade got handcuffed, but handcuffed. Diving play. No, he didn't hang on to it. The second baseman, Stanley Shoppy, you could see him trying to gather the baseball as he made that dive for the over-the-shoulder catch. Almost a highlight reel play. And we've got a 4-man crew here today. If not, we may not have had that call made. If it's a 2-man crew, they may not have been able to get a look at that one. Stanley Shoppy making a great diving attempt, but he comes up without the baseball. 1 on, Dominic Tourn will bat with nobody out. Second hit of the game for Cade Johnson, who now steals second. And a 1-0 count for Dominic Tourn. Today's game sponsored by Fisher's Hearth and Home, serving Douglas County for over 30 years with the largest selection of wood, gas, pellet, and electric stoves and fireplaces. Strike 1 for Dom. Tourn, opposite field single for an RBI in the first inning. He's got another RBI opportunity here. Austin Wolf continues to attack the outside corner to him. Lefty-lefty matchup, the 1-1 high and away. Hot one here this afternoon. Docs in the black tops, gray trousers, black socks. It's the 2-1 pitch to Tourn, squared to bunt, and he'll take for ball 3. For the Barbers today, red tops, white trousers. They've got the black cap with the red bill. Docs have the black caps with the blue R on the front. So both teams wearing the black hats that might help. Nothing's going to keep you cool today, so I guess there's maybe no reason to try. So pitch outside, ball 4. Second walk of the game for Wolf. First and second for the Docs. Docs have left 4 men stranded on base already today. They've got the 3 hits. Make that 4 hits in this game. Visit out to the mound here for Joe Duran. 2 on, nobody out. Was looking at it. Wolf didn't throw yesterday and wouldn't have expected that he had. But the Barbers did use a lot of their bullpen yesterday against the Mustangs. Nelson Keljo pitched 3 innings. Jonah Hergert pitched 1 1/3. Jackson Price pitched. Riley Harbaugh pitched. Connor Werner pitched. And Cooper Smith. 6 pitchers total yesterday for the Barbers. And I don't recall exactly. I don't have the pitch count for each of them. But I know at least a majority of them, I think, went over the limit to where they may not be able to come back and pitch today at all. So I'm not sure what the bullpen looks like for the Barbers, but after that 11-inning contest yesterday, they may be a little short-staffed in the bullpen today. Meanwhile, the Doc Stewarts have gotten good mileage out of their starters during the tournament so far. So I don't know for certain, but it feels like they're in a decent spot with their arms. Daniel Withers at the plate, an 0-1 count after a foul ball to start off against Austin Wolf after his meeting on the mound. Withers squared to bunt, tried to pull it back, but couldn't get the barrel out of the way in time. He fouls it off for strike 2. This is live video coverage for those watching online at 541radio.com. or on our YouTube channel. Live video coverage of the AAA American Legion Baseball State Tournament. It's presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. 0-2 pitch to Withers, high and away. You can find every game from the state tournament streaming online. If you want to watch any of the past games, you can go to our YouTube channel and find the archives of every game from the tournament. Strike 3 called. Withers goes down looking on a pitch on the outside corner. That's the 4th strikeout of the ball game for Wolf. First out here in the 3rd inning. And groans from the home fans. Although the Docs are the designated visiting team today. Squaring to bunt. That ball's in fair territory. Braxton Dill will head down to first. He will get thrown out there, and there was a little bit of collision between everybody at the plate. Dill didn't expect that he was going to get that ball down. He tried to get out of the way. It went right in front of the home plate, so he took off late, and by that point, the catcher, Dakota Chun, was up trying to field the baseball. They kind of got in each other's way. No call on any sort of interference. The out made at first as Braxton Dill goes down 2-3. 2 down. Runners both moved up 90 feet. So Cade Johnson's at 3rd. And Dominic Tatone is out at 2nd. Jace Johnson will try to bring him around with 2 outs. He'll take low for ball 1. Jace drew a walk back in the 2nd. 1 walk here in the 3rd for Wolf. .1-0 delivery. High and away for Austin Wolf. Docs took the lead with 1 run in the first. Here in the bottom of the second, the Barbers tied it up. Docs threatening to retake it here in the 3rd. The 2-0 pitch at the belt for a strike. Misters on in both dugouts. Those little water misters hanging from the rafter, helping try and keep players cool in the dugout. 2-1 delivery here for Austin Wolf. Misses high and away. Three balls and 1 strike to Jace Johnson. Runners at 2nd and 3rd with 2 away in the top of the 3rd inning. Fouls off the 3-1 pitch for a full count. So a payoff pitch coming here for Austin Wolf. Nobody on first, so the runners will not necessarily be moving on the pitch with 2 outs. 3-2 delivery to Jace Johnson, trying to barrel one up. He fouls it off. Didn't barrel it up, but did get a piece of it to stay alive. So it's a full count pitch coming up again for Austin Wolf as the Docs try to keep having him throw. Strike 3 called. Jace Johnson watches it go by. That's another strikeout here in the third for Wolf. He's got 5 total in the ball game. We stay tied as we will go to the bottom of the third. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 2 runners left on base. Docs get the first 2 runners on but cannot capitalize. We go to the bottom of the third inning. Still a tie ball game on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
First batter, number 2, Jackson Bowie.
Evan Corbin will lead things off on the mound against Jackson Bowie here in the bottom of the third inning. 9-1-2 hitters coming up for the Barbers. Jackson Bowie swinging and missing on the first pitch by Corbin. Evan Corbin out there. He's allowed 2 hits and the 1 run so far. 0-1 delivery to Bowie. He fouls it off for strike 2. Jackson Bowie was at the plate. I think he saw 1 pitch when Jonah Hergert got thrown out stealing second base there to end the second inning. 0-2 delivery by Corbin. Strike 3. Got the outside corner call that time. And Bowie will turn and make the slow trip back to the dugout on the first base side. 1 away. Third strikeout in the game for Evan Corbin. Strikeouts are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Don't let the perfect pitch get by you. If you're tired of waiting months to see a doctor, visit onepeakmedical.com to book an appointment today. Fire and BBs, Evan Corbin breaking ball for strike 1 at the bottom of the zone to Andy Miller, who struck out in the first inning. Another breaking ball, that time misses the zone, low and inside, 1-1 count. Andy Miller yesterday had 1 hit in the game against Medford. Check swing, they go for an appeal. Yes, he did go around, strike 2. Again, a 4-man crew, so you got the umpire behind the plate, 1 at first, 1 out behind second, and 1 over by third. The 1-2 pitch with 1 away. That one bounces in the dirt for Corbin, 2-2. Andy Miller in the leadoff spot yesterday was 1 for 5 in that 11-inning ball game. 2-2 pitch. Line drive, right field, in for a base hit. Braxton Dill cuts it off. It's a single for Andy Miller. One on, 1 away. Docs look again for a ground ball to turn 2. Now we do have a little bit of a different infield today for the Docs. Jace Johnson, he's started at third a lot of games while Austin Takahashi was out with his injury. But Takahashi at shortstop today. We've only seen him there limited throughout this season, mainly due to the injury, and that allowed Cade Johnson to really solidify himself there. Ball in the dirt by Corbin. The runner will move up to second, so that will eliminate that automatic double play option there. 1-0 count for Sean Murphy, the first baseman. Hit a bomb to right field that just went foul as it hit off the base of the wall in his first at-bat, then struck out swinging. 1-0 pitch. He lines one left side. Slow roller out to Eli Jacobs. They're going to try and send the runner. Jacobs bobbled it. They held him at the last minute. And so that works out for the Docs' favor. If they had sent Andy Miller, he might have had a chance to score. Well, on the bobble by Eli Jacobs. As it stands, it's just a single for Sean Murphy.
The next batter, number 5.
So the lefty goes opposite field. Runners on the corners with one out. Stanley Shoppy will bat. Flew out to center field in the first. A fly ball out to the outfield could bring in the go-ahead run for the Barbers here in the bottom of the third inning. Breaking ball, first pitch, low and outside. So Takahashi at short, Cade Johnson at second. We haven't seen this infield really at all this year. It's a strike on the outside corner. Maybe game one we saw this infield with Takahashi at short and Cade Johnson at second. So it's been a limited that they've had this lineup. The 1-1. Line right field, in for a base hit, and the Barbers will take a 2-1 lead. The runner heading for third, throw there will not be in time. Stanley Shoppy comes up with the RBI single to right field. Andy Miller comes in to score, still one out with runners on the corners. Barbers lead 2-1. Dakota Chun will bat. He lined out to Jace Johnson at third in the second inning. 3 straight singles for the Barbers. Runner going on the first pitch. Throw cut off. They throw to the plate to get the runner there. The tag. Got him. Out at home is Sean Murphy. They cut it short at second base. So Stanley Shoppy will get the stolen base. They didn't even throw all the way through. Back to the plate, Cade Johnson throws to Parker Burke, who had to scoop that one off the turf, hold on to it, and make the tag, and he does for the second out. Pitch high and away. I believe a 2-0 count. It is. Runner out at second base, 2 down. Still a 2-1 ball game. Barbers in front as the Docs come up with a defensive play to cut down a runner at home. Dakota Chun, 2-0 pitch. Line drive to center field. Carson Dunn comes up with it. They're going to send the runner to the plate. The throw is way offline. It's 3-1. Barbers in front. 4 straight singles for the Barbers. Stanley Shoppy scores from second. Still 2 down. Tyler Christensen had the first hit of the game for the Barbers in the second. A line drive to right field. He bats with a man at first. 2 runs in and 2 out. 4 straight singles here in the third inning for the Barbers. Been a hit parade. Pitch low for ball 1 for Corbin against Christensen. Tyler Christensen yesterday was 0 for 4 in the game. Was hit by a pitch in his final at-bat. 1-0 delivery. Takes for a strike. Docs Baseball on the Scores is sponsored by Cascade Community Credit Union, belong to Douglas County. The 1-1 pitch, low and inside, Burke scoops it. Good crowd out here for this afternoon game, but it may look like that mostly because nobody wants to sit out in the sun here on this 98-degree day. 2-1 pitch, high and inside, 3 balls and a strike. Appreciate everybody that's tuning in to watch online. 3-1 delivery, that ball in the air to left field. Eli Jacobs drifting back. He's got time to build the campfire out there as he camps underneath it. Makes the catch for the final out. But a string of hits helped the Barbers take their first lead in the ball game. 2 runs on 4 hits, no Doc's errors, and 1 runner left on base. The Barbers come back. They've got a 2-run lead, 3-1, as we go to the top of the 4th inning here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza. Made with only the freshest and finest ingredients. Dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for...
County boundaries were drawn. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Top of the fourth inning, we'll get a look at our Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update here in this frame. Get you caught up on all the numbers. Foul ball on the first pitch for Parker Burke. Fouled it off his front foot, lost his balance there, but he's good. He stays in there. Burke reached on a fielder's choice in the second inning, tried to lay down a sac bunt, but they went to second base and got the lead runner instead. The 0-1 pitch, Burke into center field. That ball will carry just enough to get out there to Jackson Bowie, who trots in for the catch. One away. So for the Doc Stewarts, 1 run on 4 hits. They have not committed an error in this ball game. For the Barbers, 3 runs on 6 hits. They've committed 1 error in this contest. Pitch high to Eli Jacobs, ball 1. That's a look at some of the numbers. 1 run in the first, 1 for the Docs, 1 in the bottom of the second for the Barbers, and 2 in the bottom of the third for Post 6. As they lead 3-1. That's your Garrettson Building Supplies scoreboard update here this afternoon in an elimination game. 2-0 pitch, strike 1 at the knees. Shop local, shop Garrettson Building Supply for all of your home improvement and outdoor living needs. Garrettson Building Supply supporting our Douglas County community for 99 years. Another strike in there for Eli Jacobs. Gives him a 2-2 count. The 2-2 from Wolf. Ground ball up the middle. Andy Nelson in front of it. Throws low to first. Scooped up there. Picked off the turf by Murphy for the second out. 2 down.
The next batter, number 14, Austin Takahashi.
Top of the order for the Docs. Austin Takahashi will bat. The Docs are putting the ball in play. That's a good sign at least, but got to start getting some in for hits here soon. Don't want to leave all of this deficit to try and make up late in the ball game. Pitch outside, ball 1 to Austin Takahashi. The Lobos from Sherwood in the house as they get ready for their game. Also have seen Medford trickling in. That game coming up tonight at 6. We'll have it on 541radio.com for you. The 1-1 pitch outside to the lefty. Austin Wolf, a left-hander himself. 2 balls and 1 strike as he delivers to Austin Takahashi. Takes outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. Three balls, 1 strike. Austin Wolf out of the windup. Misses for ball 4. 2-out walk issued to Austin Takahashi. Talk on base for a second time in the ballgame. 3rd walk for Austin Wolf. They're going to get the rosin bag out there for the pitcher. Carson Dunn had a single in the first inning. He had the first hit of the ballgame for the Docs. Every first hit is presented by MSK True Value. Make sure you don't swing and miss with your next project. Make it a hit. That's MSK True Value and Building Supply located in Myrtle Creek in Tri-City. Pickoff throw. Back to first base goes Takahashi. So Docs look for a rally with 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning, trailing 3-1 in an elimination game. Pickoff throw to first. Got him leaning the wrong way, but just back in time is Takahashi. The lefty, Austin Wolf, almost had Talk. Pitch goes to the plate. Top end of the zone for Carson Dunn for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch. Fouled away for strike 2. So Carson Dunn down to his final strike here in the top of the 4th inning with 2 outs, and Austin Takahashi at first, grounds it foul, first base side, stays an 0-2 count. No balls, 2 strikes. Dunn 1 for 2 in the ball game, scored the only run of the game for the Docs so far. Another pickoff throw, Takahashi back in, read that one a little better this time. Austin Wolf trying to get through the 4th inning here. He's given up 1 walk. Misses high to Carson Dunn. Ball and 2 strikes. Nice little breeze out there in center field, according to the American flag. Blowing in or towards right is a swing and a miss. Dunn goes down with the strikeout. 6th strikeout in the game for Austin Wolf. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. Docs have had a runner on in every inning, but they have only managed 1 run so far. They trail 3-1 going to the bottom of the 4th inning against the Post 6 Barbers on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Turn your home into your dream sanctuary with help from Douglas County Farmers Co-op. For over 100 years, we've carried everything you need to keep your garden and crops green and growing, including a large selection of soil mixes, composts, fertilizers, and other soil amendments. You'll also find stones, boulders, gravel, and more to add structure and diversity to your yard. Stop by or shop at DouglasCountyFarmersCoop.com.
Bottom of the 4th inning underway. 2nd pitch. Nelson Keljo lines to left field for a base hit. And the Barbers, we knew that they're a team that can hit the ball. 7 hits in the contest now for the Post 6 Barbers. Leadoff man on here in the 4th. They lead by 2, 3-1. This lineup for the Portland area team is good. They've got big hitters. It's a strike taken by Joe Brockmiller. They were held hitless in the 1st, but since they've put up 7 hits, 2 in the 2nd, 4 in the 3rd, and now 1 here in the 4th. The 0-1 pitch, breaking ball for strike 2 is Evan Corbin trying to regain that momentum from the 1st inning here in the 4th inning. He's got the 0-2 pitch coming up to Brockmiller. Grounded foul. Meanwhile, the Doc Stewarts had 3 hits in the 1st inning and have had 1 hit since against Austin Wolf. The 0-2 pitch by Corbin. That ball is belted to left field. The hook's just foul. He ended up going over the fence. Yet another ball by both teams that have been hit really well, but just into foul territory. O2 pitch for Evan Corbin against Joe Brockmiller. Check swing. He did get a piece of it to stay alive. Stays the 0-2 count. Waiting on deck is Jonah Hergert. He is 1 for 1 with an RBI today. The on-deck hitter brought to you by Budget Lumber. Everything you need for building a house or even a deck, Budget Lumber. Always striving to be lumber one. So the 0-2 pitch hits Brockmiller on the front arm. And that's brutal there. 2 strikes against a batter, and then put him on with the hit by pitch. Runners at first and second, nobody out. Brings up Jonah Hergert. RBI last time up.
The next batter, number 3, Jonah Hergert.
3-1 our score here in the bottom of the 4th inning. The Barbers threatening to add to it. They're on top by 2. First pitch, the hitter squaring to bunt. That is taken high for ball 1. Hergert ahead in the at-bat now. Out at second base, Nelson Keljo. At first base, Joe Brockmiller. Squaring to bunt again is Hergert. He pops it up, diving attempt, and everyone will be safe. I understand the idea for Evan Corbin. You want to try and catch it in the air if you can, but if he plays that off of the hop, he at least gets an out. But as it stands now, it'll be an infield single for Jonah Hergert, a bunt just out of the reach of Evan Corbin, and the bases are loaded with nobody out.
Number 2, Jackson Bowie.
Docs will play in on the corners. They play for the double play up the middle. Jackson Bowie, the 9-hitter, struck out his last time up. He takes strike 1. Today's game sponsored by Dr. Lanson Randall. Accepting new patients. Call him at 541-378-6694 if you're looking for dentistry services. Outside, 1-1 count. One delivery by Corbin. Hits the outside corner to the lefty. And Jackson Bowie behind, a ball and 2 strikes. 3-1 ball game. The Barbers threatening to add to it. They scored once in the second, twice in the third. Have the bases loaded with nobody out here in the 4th. The 1-2 pitch, too far outside. Couldn't get him to chase. Corbin's 2-2 delivery. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Big strikeout there for Evan. Corbin battles his way back in, gets his second strikeout against Jackson Bowie. 4th in the ball game. 1 away. That can help the Docs out here defensively. Try and turn 2 here. Andy Miller at the plate. Had a line drive to right field his last time up. First pitch, back to the mound. Corbin throws to the plate. They get 1 there. At least they get the lead runner. Do not give up a run, and there's 2 away. Everybody else moves up 90 feet. Andy Miller will reach on a fielder's choice on the tapper back to the mound.
Next batter, Sean Murphy.
Bases stay loaded. Nelson Keljo out at home. 2 down, first pitch, ball 1 to Sean Murphy. Murphy is 1 for 2 today. Bats with the bases loaded, and then visit out to the mound for Parker Burke to talk with Evan Corbin for a moment. One 1-0 pitch. Catches the corner. To the lefty, Murphy. Struck out in the first inning. 1-1 count with 2 down. And Murphy will foul off the strike 2 pitch. Evan Corbin with 2 down, a 1-2 pitch coming up here to Sean Murphy. Corbin staring in, palms the baseball behind his back, now sets the 1-2 pitch. Misses with his breaking ball low and outside. Two balls, two strikes, two outs, bases loaded. The delivery by Corbin. Ground ball foul again, and Murphy will stay alive. At third base, Joe Brockmiller hit by a pitch on an 0-2 count. At second base, Jonah Hergert, a bunt single. At first base, Andy Miller reached on a fielder's choice. 2-2 pitch. Down low, blocked by Parker Burke. Full count. Got to bring it to him. A walk brings in a run. 3-1. The Barbers in front of the Docs right now. The full count pitch for Evan Corbin. Runners all moving on the pitch. Ground ball foul. They'll do it again. So we'll try it again here with the bases loaded. A full count pitch by Evan Corbin. He's got to make a pitch. The 3-2 by Corbin. Fouled off again. He's wearing out his runners out there in this afternoon heat. Sean Murphy, the first baseman, at the plate, 99 degrees in Roseburg right now. 3-2 pitch again for Corbin. That ball in the air to left field. Eli Jacobs settles. He's there, and the Docs will pitch out of a bases-loaded situation. Can the defense lead to some offense? They got one half of the equation. We'll see if they can get the second. Here in the bottom of the fourth, no runs on 2 hits. There were no Docs errors. 3 men left on base. We go to the top of the 5th inning. 3-1, the Barbers in front of the Docs on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Hey there, sports fans. Thanks for watching this local sporting event online at 541radio.com. Did you know there's more than one way to watch games online? You can watch games on your laptop or desktop computer, your tablet, or even your smartphone just by going to 541radio.com. But we also use YouTube to stream all of our video broadcasts, which means you could be watching this game on your big screen TV with a number of different streaming devices. You can stream our live YouTube broadcast through your PlayStation or Xbox gaming device, or through streaming devices like Google Chromecast, Apple TV, or Roku. There's plenty of ways to follow this live local sporting event. Plus, you can find past events archived on 1490 The Score's YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube and subscribe today to keep up with the latest in local sports coverage.
$1082. All your stuff is up here.
You can watch today's AAA American Legion Baseball State Championship game online at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. Coming up at 6 o'clock, it's Sherwood and Medford. You can watch that game as well at 541radio.com. Leading off, it's Cade Johnson for the Docs. He will bat as the leadoff man for a second time in the ball game. The number 3 hitter in the lineup card. He took ball 1, takes ball 2 from Austin Wolf. Cade Johnson 2 for 2 in the game here today. Fouls off the 2-0 pitch for a strike. Doc Stewart's trail 3-1 against the Post 6 Barbers. Doc's trying to keep their season alive. The Barbers as well trying to stay in the tournament. Missing high and away, 3 balls and 1 strike for Austin Wolf against Evan Corbin. 3-1 pitch. Fouled away. Strike 2 for Cade Johnson. Full count pitch coming up here for Austin Wolf. Another foul ball by Cade Johnson. There is some action in the bullpen for the Barbers. A right-hander throwing out there. 3-2 pitch. Got him to pop this one high in the air on the infield. The catcher is trying to call for it. That's trouble. That's a base hit. If they let it go foul, it's going to be a foul ball. Jeez Louise. So that could have been an out on the infield for one. The catcher trying to make the play. That's not the one. That's not a play the catcher should be trying to make. But I don't think anybody else knew where the baseball was, at least nobody else in the vicinity. So the catcher, Dakota Chun, tried to make the play. He couldn't. The ball hit on the infield, but then it trickled into foul territory, and that's where the Barbers pick it up. So since nobody had touched it, it's a foul ball. Cade Johnson at the plate. 3-2 pitch. He'll line it into left field anyway. 3 for 3 for Cade Johnson today. He reaches, and the Doc Stewarts, for a 5th consecutive inning, will have a runner on base. Brings up Dom, who is 1 for 1 today with an RBI single and a walk. Lefty-lefty matchup. Throwing is Jason Knopfsinger from Canby in the bullpen. Strike 1 to Dom. To Tourn. Pickoff throw to first. He'll have to wait for the next pitch. Today's ball game brought to you by Flyaway Travel. You can book your travel plans with their travel experts, so give them a call at 672-5701. The 0-1 to Tourn. Ground ball, could be 2. Shoppy to the shortstop Miller. Back over to Murphy at first. A 4-6-3 double play. That'll clear the bases. So the Docs, momentum with the leadoff single, wiped out in one swing of the bat. Here in the top of the 5th, they trail by 2. Daniel Withers will try to get something going with 2 outs in the 5th. First pitch, Withers takes a strike at the knees. The 0-1 pitch, Withers, line drive, another one hit well down the left field line, foul for him. That is 2 in this ball game. The Withers has hit down the left field side. 0-2 pitch here for Austin Wolf. Docs looking for a 2-out rally, taking low, a 1-2 count for Daniel Withers. Midway through this ball game, still a close one, just a 2-run lead for the Barbers. Withers popped up right side, the second baseman, Shoppy, looks like he's tracking it, and he is underneath it for the out. So the Doc Stewarts go down here in the 5th, a double play helping expedite the process for the Barbers. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and for the first time in the ballgame, Docs leave nobody on base. They are unable to score and cut into the 2-run deficit. 3-1 our score going to the bottom of the 5th on 541radio.com and on the score. 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
For over 100 years, Douglas County Farmers Co-op has been serving the needs of farmers, ranchers, and homeowners throughout Southern Oregon. Here, everyone is welcome. When you shop with us, you can expect good people, good products, and good advice. No membership needed. Just bring yourself, and we'll provide the expertise and products you need to tackle your next project. Douglas County Farmers Co-op, where everyone is welcome to shop.
My wife and I moved to Oregon to raise a family, set our roots, and to have a lot of fun outdoors. We quickly realized that we needed a truck or a rig for the projects that we were doing in the backyard. When we were looking to find a place to finance our truck, we asked our patients, and everyone recommended Cascade Community Credit Union. It was so easy to work with Cascade. Everything was done via email, phone, and we didn't even need to go in. I can't wait to finish up the projects in the backyard, go on more adventures in our truck with our boys, and I look forward to working with Cascade again in the future.
Bottom of the fifth inning, an 0-1 pitch tapped back to the mound. Evan Corbin flips it to Daniel Withers at first. That'll retire Stanley Shoppy. As we welcome you back here to Champion Car Wash Field in Roseburg, where temperatures have hit triple digits. And the season is winding down on American Legion Baseball. One of these two teams will have their season come to an end. Docs right now trailing 3-1 against the Barbers. Evan Corbin trying to make sure that it doesn't get any bigger of a deficit as he fires a first pitch, strike one, to Dakota Chun. Chun, the catcher, had an RBI single in the third. He is 1 for 2 in the ball game. He takes low, a 1-1 count. Dakota Chun was the fourth consecutive single in that third inning that helped give the Barbers their lead. The 1-1 pitch, check swing, a breaking ball disappears. Did he go? Yes, he did, according to the third base umpire. On the appeal, the Docs will get that call. One away, nobody on. The 1-2 pitch by Corbin. Swung on and missed. Another breaking ball. And down with the strikeout goes Chun. That's the fifth strikeout in the ballgame for Evan Corbin. 2 away. Tyler Christensen will bat. Single in the second inning and scored a run. Docs they're down to their final 9 outs. Sorry, they're down to their final 6 outs on the season unless they can get a lead in this one. Strike one to Tyler Christensen. Christensen reaches up, drives one out to right field. Diving attempt, it gets by Braxton Dill. Backing him up, Carson Dunn flings it back in, heading for third. The throw not in time. So Christensen on with a triple. Out of the reach of Braxton Dill in right field. Thought he had a chance. Went head first, laid out for that one. Looked like an awkward slide out there. And he just was probably a foot or so away at the most. Nelson Keljo will bat with a man at third and 2 away. 2-run lead for the Barbers, trying to stretch it out. Corbin's first pitch in the air, out to center field, well struck. Going back, Carson Dunn at the warning track makes the catch. Nelson Keljo gave that one a ride to dead center field. If he hits that to any corner of the ballpark, that ball's out of here. But he goes to 385 in dead center, and he comes up a little short. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Doc's got to get some offense going, trailing 3-1 on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Nice gas money for you.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Freaking bum. What?
Braxton Dill leading things off for the Docs on a 1-0 pitch. Fouls it back behind home for strike one. And we begin the top of the 6th inning. Docs trailing 3-1 at the moment against the post 6 Barbers. Barbers are the home team in the matchup, so if the Docs were to take a lead, the Barbers would have the bottom of the 7th inning to try and at least get themselves back into it. Last night they went back and forth with Medford for 11 innings. Came up on the losing end of that. 2-1 pitch to Braxton Dill off the end of his bat. That one trickles towards the first base dugout. where the Barbers are at. 2-2 count for Dill. He sends one to center field. Jackson Bowie will adjust and makes the catch for the first out. One away, Jace Johnson steps in. Well, the Docs have been putting the barrel on the ball. They just have been a lot of fly ball outs and haven't been able to drop anything for a base knock. First pitch, ball one to Jace Johnson. Johnson a walk and a strikeout in the game. He'll take high for ball two. 2-0 delivery for Jace. Hits a one-hopper to Andy Miller at short. Lots of time. Easy throw across the diamond for the second out. 2 down. So that will bring up the 8-hitter Parker Burke for the Docs. First pitch high and inside, ball one. Docs took a 1-0 lead in the first inning. Gave up a run in the bottom of the second to tie it up, and then the Barbers scored 2 in the third, and that has been the difference. Burke going opposite field. Out there is Tyler Christensen. And for the Doc Stewarts, they will be down to their final at-bats in the 7th inning to try and fight their way back in and keep their season going as they go down 1-2-3 here in the 6th. We'll see if they have to make up a 2-run deficit or more as the Barbers come up to bat in the bottom of the 6th inning looking for insurance. Back after this 60-second timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Okay, we have... I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
Mm-hmm. We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 120,000 participants here in Oregon who take part in high school sports or activities.
Batter for the Barbers to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning, number 23, Joe Brockmiller.
Bottom of the 6th inning, today's game brought to you by Barnes Heating and Cooling. First pitch by Evan Corbin, strike one. Your complete energy company. Visit barnesheatingandcooling.com or call them at 541-459-1545. The 0-1 pitch. Corbin hits the bottom of the zone at the knees again for strike two against Joe Brockmiller, who is 0 for 0 in the game, been hit by a pitch and walked. The 0-2 by Corbin. Swing and a miss. Brockmiller goes down for strike three on the swing and a miss. He is the 6th strikeout in the game for Evan Corbin, one away in the 6th. Docs currently trailing 3-1, trying to keep it there and then see if they can have some 7th inning magic. That ball is fouled away for strike one by Jonah Hergert. Evan Corbin. 6th inning of work for him. Docs are hoping that they'll have somebody on the mound for the 7th. The 0-1 pitch, swung on and missed, strike two to Hergert. Hergert is 2 for 2 in this game, a couple of singles with an RBI. That 3rd inning, the difference, where the Barbers scored twice. The 0-2 pitch, strike three called on the outside corner. Hergert will go down looking. Number 7 on the day. Strikeouts by Docs pitchers are brought to you by One Peak Medical. Today's game also sponsored by Roseburg Honda. Buying a car can be a hassle, but at Roseburg Honda, it's different. Customer satisfaction is their highest priority. Visit Roseburg Honda, where they treat you like family because they are family. So 2 away, 1-0 count for Jackson Bowie, who has struck out twice. He pops one up high in the air towards left field. Takahashi calling for it. The shortstop had to make a late adjustment, but he gets there for the out. A 1-2-3 inning defensively for the Docs. The Barbers still lead 3-1. They look for 3 outs to try and get to Championship Wednesday. Docs look for 2 runs at least to see if they can force the bottom of the 7th. Don't go anywhere. Big 3 outs coming up when we return on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to, by hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
We head to the top of the 7th inning. Doc Stewart's at the moment needing 2 runs to tie the game, 3 to take a lead. Either way, they need at least 2 to try and force the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Eli Jacobs, strike 1, as Austin Wolf looks for a complete game to send the Barbers to Championship Wednesday. The 0-1 pitch, Jacobs takes for strike 2. Eli Jacobs 0 for 2 in the game. He bats in the 9th spot, top of the order, waiting on deck. The 0-2 pitch, swung on and missed. And the Docs are down to their final 2 outs. Strikeout number 7 on the day for Austin Wolf. Austin Takahashi will bat. He is 0 for 2 in the game, walked, and a fielder's choice to get him on base. Takahashi looking for his first hit of the game, takes high for ball 1. There's been some action. Again, Knopfsinger's been thrown in the bullpen for the Barbers. The 1-0 pitch, strike 1 to Takahashi. Top of the order here, looking to pull off a 1-out rally. Swing and a miss, Talk, 1-2 count. Austin Wolf, foul ball. Wolf has done a nice job of battling back after giving up 3 hits in the first inning and a run. He has settled in nicely. He's allowed just 2 hits since then. He's got a 1-2 count against Takahashi. The pitch. Strike 3 called. Takahashi down. Docs down to their final out. Barbers are all up out of the dugout as they visit out to the mound. Austin Wolf is going to get a round of applause as his day is going to come to an end with 2 outs in the 7th inning. The Barbers will go to the bullpen, 1 out away from securing their spot on Championship Wednesday, where they would have to win twice to win the 2022 state championship. Doc Stewart's need 2 runs to try and keep this game going, 3 to take a lead. And we will find out more about who's pitching for the Barbers when we come back. It's a 60-second timeout. This is Doc Stewart's Baseball on 541radio.com and on the score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, Get 16 mini churs for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Hundreds of years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Out to try and pick up a save and close out this big win for the Barbers will be Canby graduate Jason Knopfsinger, class of 2022. The right-hander will step in for Austin Wolf, who goes 6 2/3 innings in line to pick up the win. Top of the 7th, 2 down. It'll be Carson Dunn to try and keep the season going for the Docs. First pitch by Knopfsinger, swung on and missed, strike 1. Oh, 0-1 delivery here for Knopfsinger. It is a safe situation. Just outside, a 1-1 count. One ball, one strike. Fellas, could we not stand right there, please? The 1-1 pitch, Dunn fouls that one right side for strike 2. One-two pitch here for Jason Knopfsinger. 1 strike away from wrapping up the win. The pitch. Ground ball, chopper up the middle. Carson Dunn will keep the season going for at least one more at-bat. Dunn comes up with his second hit in the game as he gets one up the middle for a base hit. And the Docs with a glimmer of hope. The light still glimmering at the end of that tunnel for the Doc Stewarts here in the 7th inning. 1 on, 2 away. Docs trail by 2. It'll be Cade Johnson to bat as a pickoff throw to first. Back in safely goes Dunn. Cade Johnson steps in, looking to continue his hot streak here in this ballgame. Bounces the ball, throw down to second base. Dunn in safely. So a wild pitch moves Carson Dunn into scoring position. But the game-tying run is still the batter at the plate. 1-0 pitch here for Knopfsinger. The righty misses low and outside for ball 2. Cade Johnson trying to get on base. Time call, the visit to the mound for the pitching coach for the Barbers. The Barbers need one more out. They will send somebody down to the bullpen to be getting loose. Docs with nobody throwing in theirs. So they may, if they get to the bottom of the 7th, they may still be Evan Corbin out there. He's still got pitches left in his arm before he hits the limit on the pitch count. 2-0 count. Today's game has been sponsored by Tim's Appliance and Mattress at the corner of Lane and South Stevens in Roseburg. 0% financing is always available. And I did forget to mention that pitching change was brought to you by Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance. If you've been thinking about making your change, visit chrisinsures.com for a quote today or call them at 541-672-3301. 2-0 pitch here to Cade Johnson. Is low and outside again for a 3-0 count. So if Cade can get on base, it'll be Dominic Titone to bat, and the Docs would have the game-tying run on base with 2 outs. 3-0 pitch for Knopfsinger. Does catch a sliver of the outside corner. (3-1) pitch for Knopfsinger. Cade Johnson trying to get on and keep the game going. Takes inside for ball 4. First and second with 2 away. Doc Stewart's trying to find some magic in those bats. here in the top of the 7th inning. Down to their last out. Get 2 runners on. Game time run at first. Dominic Tourn at the plate. He is 1 for 2 today. First pitch from the righty to the lefty. Hits him. Bases loaded. Now for the Barbers, the run that matters is the one at second. They only need 1 out.
Batter number 20, Daniel Withers.
So while the bases are loaded, it's not a huge situation yet for them. For the Doc Stewarts, they've been living on the edge after the first 2 batters. First pitch to Daniel Withers. Misses low and outside, ball 1. One swing of the bat, though, could change this ball game. Daniel Withers has gotten some good swings on, but he's been out in front on a couple of balls deep down the left field side. The 1-0 from Knopfsinger. This time he catches that outside corner. 1-1 pitch for Withers. The youngster from UVC swings and misses on a breaking ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 away, bases loaded. Game tying run at second for the Docs, the season on the line. Daniel Withers at the plate. Jason Knopfsinger on the mound. Winds and fires. Misses outside, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Knopfsinger jingles the ball in his right hand, now into his motion. Misses outside, full count with 2 away. Sir, please don't stand there. Three-2 pitch with 2 outs. Game on the line, runners all moving. Ball is fouled away. Carson Dunn almost at home plate when that pitch finally came in. And will do it again on the 3-2 as Withers stays alive. Well, this Docs team sure knows how to make life interesting. Again, the 3-2. That ball is popped up. The catcher trying to find it. It's off the glove for Chun, and the game continues. Dakota Chun, again, another fly ball that he had to try and track down in this afternoon sun, and he couldn't secure it. So the inning will continue. Daniel Withers at the plate, a second life. Jason Knopfsinger trying to get him through it. Daniel Withers trying to be a hero. The 3-2 pitch again. Runners all moving. Ground ball, third base. Picked up, the throw to first. The Barbers are moving on as the Docs come so close but cannot finish it off. 5-3 the put out as Jonah Hergert throws across the diamond for the final out. And this one is final. The Doc Stewarts fall to the post 6 Barbers 3-1.
Thank you, supporters, for coming out to all these games. Hot weather, but some great hot games.
What a ball game we had here today, but the Doc Stewarts season comes to an end on day 4 of the tournament for a second consecutive season. 2 years in a row as the host team, the Docs go 2-2. They have a battle that goes down to the very end, and they come up on the wrong side. Last year it was in 12 innings against the Medford Mustangs. This year, a 7-inning ball game that comes down to the last pitch of the game where the Doc Stewarts ground out 5-3. We'll take a break. I got to let my heart rate come down for a second consecutive game. Doc Stewarts, season comes to an end, 22-19 on the year. For the post 6 Barbers, they go to 33-9-1, and they will play on Championship Wednesday for a second consecutive season. They will need to win twice tomorrow to get a chance to move on to Gillette, Wyoming. We'll come back and we will wrap up this one for you today. Doc Stewarts and the Post 6 Barbers entertain us with a heck of a ball game, and the Barbers win 3-1 to keep their season alive. Back with the postgame show after this timeout on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
That is also
Years before county boundaries were drawn, the Cow Creek Umpqua tribe lived on Southern Oregon lands. The Cow Creek were known then for their sense of community. They still are. Today, the success of their world-class casino resort and other Cow Creek businesses benefit our communities. The Cow Creek Foundation has given over $20 million to Southern Oregon charities. The Cow Creek Umpqua tribe, a Southern Oregon tribe and a giving people.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Working from a hot tin shed, Paul W. Klipsch, genius and maverick, designed and hand-built his first commercial loudspeaker with the intention of bringing live music right into your living room. Today, we still make them like we used to. By hand, with passion, with pride. Klipsch Heritage Loudspeakers.
Give Klipsch Heritage speakers a listen at Good Vibrations, top of the hill, Northeast Stevens in Roseburg.
Remember the good old days? When you didn't have to make an appointment or wait in line for an hour just to talk to your teller. When businesses were local and gave back to the community. At Cascade Community Credit Union, there are some things will never change. We're the only credit union or bank headquartered in Douglas County, and making our members a priority has always been our priority. For easy and simplified banking, visit CCCU. No appointment, just come on in.
I don't think you realize how much energy you've lost until you start the hormone replacement process.
Our energy really started to wane. We were both gaining weight. My sleep pattern got really messed up.
One Peak Medical changed our lives individually and as a couple.
We're just a lot happier because we feel better. We're not tired and run down, and it just makes our lives easier and happier.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Well, we welcome you back here, folks, as we wrap up today's ball game for the Doc Stewarts. The season comes to an end as the Doc Stewarts fall to the Post 6 Barbers in an elimination game, and the Barbers move on to Championship Wednesday for a second consecutive season, and the Doc Stewarts find their season coming to an end on day 4 for a second straight year. Final score was 3-1. Taking a look at the Garrettson Building Supply scoreboard update. 1 run on 6 hits, no errors, and 10 men left on base for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. And for the Barbers, 3 runs on 9 hits. They committed 1 error and left 6 men on base. Picking up the win will be Austin Wolf, going 6 2/3. Evan Corbin takes the loss, pitching all 6 innings for the Docs. It was a game that the difference was the 3rd inning. That was it. When the Barbers found some success for whatever reason, that 3rd inning, they found success against Evan Corbin. Besides that inning, he only gives up 5 hits and the 1 run, but in the 3rd, he gives up 2 runs on 4 straight singles. And that was the difference in the ballgame as the Barbers pushed 2 across there. Doc Stewart's threatened to try and even the game up in the 7th inning as they got the bases loaded with 2 outs, but a ground ball by Daniel Withers to 3rd base finishes out the season. Withers hit it pretty well. They made him make a play. Unfortunately, the Barbers did it, and the season comes to an end for the Docs. The Barbers will move on. They will play the winner of our next game. The Sherwood Lobos and the Medford Mustangs will be squaring off coming up here in the 6 o'clock game tonight from Champion Car Wash Field. And so we will have that game coming up for you. Now, this game did go a little quick, so we've got a little bit of time in between, and we will have game 2 of our day coming up. You'll be able to watch that game online at 541radio.com. Not on the radio, though, here. It'll just be online at 541radio.com. You can watch the game coming up here this evening. So Medford and Sherwood coming up. The winner of that matchup will face the Barbers tomorrow. If Medford wins, then the Barbers would have to basically sweep a doubleheader against the Mustangs tomorrow to win the 2022 title. If Sherwood wins this game coming up this evening, then the Barbers would play Sherwood, and the winner would move on to play Medford. That is a look at how the bracket will work out. Hey, folks, shop local. Shop Garrettson Building Supply for all of your home improvement and outdoor living needs. Garrettson Building Supply, supporting our Douglas County community for 99 years. Now, I'm not happy that the game came to an end with the Docs down by 2, but I am happy that things go quickly, and that allows us an opportunity to really give the Doc Stewarts a proper post-game show here. We'll run through more of the numbers here coming up, and we will kind of give you our send-off to the 2022 summer season for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. It always feels like such a long year, but it always seems like it goes by in a blur. And we have finally come to that moment where the season has wrapped up. We'll talk more about it when we come back. The post-game show continues as the Post-6 Barbers move on 3-1 over the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts to play on Championship Wednesday. We'll have that for you when we come back after a 2-minute break here on 541radio.com and on the Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.
My name's Chris. 2016, I got lymphoma stage 3 cancer and went through radiation for 6 months. I was exhausted all the time. And that's when I found One Peak Medical. My family life got better because I was more attentive and more energy. Because of One Peak Medical, I'm back doing everything I love to do.
Hormone balancing can help with fatigue, anxiety, pain, and much more. Call or book online today at onepeakmedical.com.
Deciding where to purchase your next vehicle is just as important as the vehicle itself. At Roseburg Honda, our seasoned staff is dedicated to matching you with the right car. From sales to service, our goal is to make sure all of your needs are met, and you leave our dealership feeling good every time you visit. No need to waste your valuable time driving up and down the freeway when the ultimate car buying experience is right here at home. Roseburg Honda. We treat you like family.
Get ready to satisfy your dessert cravings with Mountain Mike's new mini churros. These delicious bite-sized churros are the perfect dessert to pair with your favorite Mountain Mike's pizza, made with only the freshest and finest ingredients, dough made fresh daily with 100% whole milk mozzarella cheese, and toppings to the edge. For limited time only, get 16 mini churros for the whole family for only $4.99. Don't wait. Order yours today for dine-in, carry-out, or delivery.
Looking for more local sports coverage? CBS Sports Radio 1490 The Score has you covered. Check out our homepage at 541radio.com for sports stories, scores, and podcasts. And follow us on social media. 1490 The Score is on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And take the station with you wherever you go with the 541 Radio app. Download the app in your smartphone's app store and get access to a live stream of the station, sports stories, podcasts, and easy messaging with the station and others.
Welcome back here to Bill Gray Legion Stadium at Champion Car Wash Field. A scorcher of an afternoon on a Tuesday here in the Umpqua Basin. But, boy, we had some great baseball played this afternoon, and we'll look to see it continue as the Sherwood Lobos and the Medford Mustangs will be squaring off in our next game coming up in just a little while. You can watch that game online at 541radio.com, presented by the Cow Creek Tribe. Before we get to thanking everybody for a great season of baseball here this summer on the radio, want to take a look back at how this one plays out. Docs took a 1-0 lead in the top of the first inning on an RBI single by Dominic Tourn. That was the third of 3 hits in the first inning for the Docs. They would go on to get 3 hits the rest of the game against Austin Wolf, and then Jason Knopfsinger came out of the bullpen. He faced 4 batters does pick up the save as he gets the final out. But the Docs took the 1-0 lead in the first, but they would not score again the rest of the way. The Barbers tied it up in the bottom of the second inning on a 2-out RBI single by Jonah Hergert. That made it a 1-1 ball game. And then in the third inning, the top of the order, something clicked for him against Evan Corbin. And it only clicked for one inning. Nobody would get a hit the rest of the way against Corbin. But the first through four hitters all end up with singles. Miller, Murphy, Shoppy, Chun, single, 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 single. They score 2 runs on RBIs by Shoppy and Chun. And that would put 2 runs across the board, and the Barbers would take a 3-1 lead. And there was a pitcher's duel from there. Austin Wolf and Evan Corbin going back and forth, pitching out of dangerous situations and keeping the opponent off the board. So the Doc Stewarts unable to break through against Wolf. The Barbers unable to add any insurance against Corbin, and that brought us to the 7th inning, where the Doc Stewarts were able to get the bases loaded with 2 outs, but Daniel Withers a ground out to third, finishing off the ball game. So that is how it wraps up this season for the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. And for the Post 6 Barbers, again, they'll play the winner of Sherwood and Medford coming up here tonight. Taking a look at the pitching numbers, Austin Wolf with the win, 6 2/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 1 run, 3 walks, and 8 strikeouts. Jason Nofsinger picks up the save. He threw 1/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, no runs, 1 walk, 1 hit batter, and almost gave up the runs that would have tied up the game, but was able to get the final out. Evan Corbin takes the loss, unfortunately. He'll finish 3-3 on the season. Let me double check that number. Evan Corbin, finishes 3-3 on the season. Corbin gives up 3 runs on 9 hits, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts for him. He also had 1 hit batter in there as well. So Evan takes the loss in this matchup. Tough one there for him, but that's how it works out today. Taking a look at offensive numbers, the Docs, the visiting team, 6 hits in the ball game. Carson Dunn finished with 2. Cade Johnson went 3 for 3 with a walk. He had 3 singles. Dominic Tatone was 1 for 2 with an RBI single, a walk, and a hit by pitch. And that is it. The bottom half of the lineup struggled to get hits offensively today for the Doc Stewarts. On the other side for the Barbers, Andy Miller was 1 for 3. Sean Murphy 1 for 3. Stanley Shoppy 1 for 3. Dakota Chun 1 for 3. Tyler Christensen 2 for 3 with a single and a triple. Nelson Keljo 1 for 3. 2 for 3 for Jonah Hergert. And that is all of the hits in the ballgame for the Barbers. So that's a look at how it played out here today. Doc Stewarts come up short against the Barbers, who move on to tomorrow's action. Well, folks, that about does it for recapping the ball game here in the postgame show. I want to say thanks to B&D Meats, another one of our many sponsors that helps us out here throughout the season. And really, I want to say thanks to all of the sponsors that once again step up to help make this possible. It does not come free for us to just be able to drive around the state and buy all the equipment and pay the hours for people to be working to bring you all of these games. So without our sponsors, none of this is possible. So we thank the many sponsors we had this season, like Roseburg Disposal, Cooper's Pest Control, MSK True Value, One Peak Medical, Chris Hubbard State Farm Insurance, Garrettson Building Supply, Budget Lumber, Good Vibrations, DC Farmers Co-op, Chuck Swarman Family Auto Repair, Fisher's Hearth and Home, Cascade Community Credit Union, Dr. Alanson Randall, Flyway Travel, Barnes Heating and Cooling, Roseburg Honda, and Tim's Appliance, B&D Meats, Mountain Mike's Pizza, Cow Creek Tribe, and Champion Car Wash. We appreciate everybody for helping pitch in to make this possible for us to bring you Doc Stewart's baseball again this season here on The Score and on the video stream at 541radio.com. We appreciate that everybody enjoys the video stream. All the kind words are greatly appreciated, and it's not just me that makes this happen. There's a lot of people that go into putting this product together, and we all appreciate the kind words and compliments that go into making Doc Stewart's baseball on the radio happen during the summer. I want to say thanks to all the teams we faced and all the teams here in the tournament. It's been a fun season with some great competition, a lot of very good sportsmen out there, and a lot of great battles that went on throughout the summer. So thanks to that for all of the opponents we got to see this year. I want to say a big thank you to head coach Jeremiah Robbins and the entire Roseburg American Legion baseball program for allowing us to bring you another season of Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score. Jeremiah continues to be a lot of fun to work with and get to know throughout the summer. He is a great baseball coach that it's great to get the chance to work with him here from the broadcast booth. Look forward to another summer of that coming up next year. Want to say thanks to all the Legion commissioners that play a part in what happens here in Roseburg and in Douglas County. Without their efforts to put on the season for not only the Docs but the Pepsi Bottle Caps, the developmental teams, the Roseburg Loggers, and the Dr. Randall's Crowns, without all the commissioners putting in their work, probably none of this happens as well. Want to say thanks to Abby Knight, who's back in the studio running the radio production for you today, and as well as Brenton Cranford. He chipped in throughout the summer. Ben Hill was a part of it this summer. Grady Hamilton, I believe, stepped in at one point as well. Thanks to all of the board ops that helped make this process possible. Without them back in the studio, the radio side of things definitely would struggle. And as always, a thanks to you, the fan, for tuning in for today's broadcast because, like I like to say, without you, I'm just a guy sitting here talking to myself. The reason we do it is for those of you sitting at home or wherever you may be tuning into the ball game. Without you there's no reason to be here doing it. So thank you so much for tuning in for the broadcast, whether you're friends, family, in-state, out-of-state, wherever you're tuning in. It's great to hear that you have found the broadcast and you have been able to catch up with the Doc Stewarts throughout this summer. It's been a lot of fun. I do want to say thanks to all of the players. They put up and welcome me in always. It's just a lot of fun to be able to get a chance to get to know a lot of those guys, great young men that look forward to seeing what the future has in store for all of them. Some of them hopefully we'll get a chance to see again next summer. Some of them we will not. Some of them we get to see play college ball next year. Some of them are heading on to other things as their life continues to go, as high school is now done and now life takes over. Whatever the future brings for a lot of these guys, best of luck to you. We look forward to seeing it. And I'm choking myself up a little bit just thinking that, this was a hell of a day, hell of a season, a hell of a group of young men that have been a lot of fun to get a chance to be around. Always supportive of all the crazy antics that I try to do. And the nice thing is that they all are willing to give me about 5 to 6 minutes of their time, at least once throughout the season, so that I get to put a face to the name, get a chance to talk to them, and introduce myself and bring you a little bit more about those individuals that make up the Roseburg Dr. Stewarts. That is one of the joys I have throughout the year, as well as being there for all the big accomplishments that these young men have. All of those player interviews, by the way, I've been telling myself to mention this the last 3 days, and I keep forgetting. All of the player interviews we've done with the Doc Stewarts this season are currently online at 541radio.com. So head to Doc Central, and you can check out each individual player page has their interview up there. I know the changes to the schedule at the end of the season against Klamath Falls, I think not all of our interviews got played on the air, and I know we even had technical difficulties that probably kept another one from going. So I apologize that they didn't all make it on the air, but they all got done, and you can go and listen to them all online right now at 541radio.com. All right, I think I've gone on enough, choked myself up enough, and now I've got an hour to get ready for the next game because I've talked forever. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up. It has been another fun summer of Doc Stewart's baseball here on The Score. I should also say thanks to Kenny Sherman, Brian Prowitz, and Dan Bain for helping out, fill in, and allowing me to take a couple of days off to keep my sanity in what is an absolute grind of a summer. But it is sure a lot of fun, and it has been my distinct honor to be able to do it for yet another summer here on The Score. So everybody that has tuned in and is still listening through all of this soliloquy, we appreciate it. It's been my pleasure. I am Joey Kieran. We will have more of the American Legion Baseball State Tournament coming up. You can watch the games online at 541radio.com or on our YouTube channel, 1490 The Score. As for broadcasts on the radio, stay tuned. Coming up in the fall, we get back into high school football here on The Score. So look forward to that. All right, folks. I hope you've enjoyed the Doc Stewart's baseball season and the AAA American Legion baseball season. There's a couple more games left to go. Catch it online, and we'll talk to you there. I'm Joey Kieran for Doc Stewart's Baseball here on 541radio.com and on The Score, 92.3 FM and 1490 AM.